Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. You're probably wondering, why, Julia, are you so close to the goddamn camera? Well, hi. We are gonna be doing a kind of like a DIY, faux DIY, but it is a faux DIY microblading brows, on how to microblade your brows at home. But it is a faux DIY because we are not taking any needles or razors to our skin. Before we jump into this video, I just want you guys to know that this is in partnership with makeup.com. We create really awesome articles for you guys to read and see with all awesome products. So make sure to check that out. The article and all the details will be down below. Let's get into this. Mwah. So I have the brand spanking new Maybelline Tattoo Studio Brow Tint Pen. Just want to make sure I got the name right. This is what it looks like up close. And when you open it, it has these three little hairs. These three little like guys right here, kind of like a comb. And it basically makes marks as if we were like microblading our brows. I feel like this really just like represents microblading. This is in the color medium brown, so we're just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna do my whole brow using this guy and see how it works, see how it goes. So to start, I'm just brushing out my brows. And if necessary, I'm just gonna chop a few. So I'm gonna start out right here, and I just wanna place, I wanna use this in like little flicks to kind of fill in my brow, basically just to mimic brow hairs. And if I need to, I'm gonna go back in and brush it out with my little spoolie. So if you guys have ever seen microblading up really close, this is kind of how they do it. Microblading is like, I say it's like a tattoo for your brow, but instead of like the classic, the old like 90s tattooed brows, it's more of just like little tiny lines that mimic your brow hair, so they look a lot more natural. So right here at the top, I'm missing a couple of hairs, so I'm just gonna use this. Instead of flicking up, I'm gonna flick down. For this, I definitely could have gone with just a little bit of a darker color. See how like it's a little more red? See how easy that was? Like, that's kind of it. Like, that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and do this brow, and then I will come back and show you the last couple of steps. Okay, so here's the other brow done, and when I zoom you guys out, they just look super natural. But the next step, I'm gonna take the Benefit Gimme Brow. Now, the reason why I don't just use this by itself is because this just kind of grabs onto the hair, but it doesn't add any color, and I'm missing a couple like hairs in some spots, like right under here and up at the top, to kind of give it more of that square shape. And this isn't really going to help with that. It's just going to darken the hairs that I have already. So the reason why I'm using this now is it's going to give a little bit more texture to these brows, and because my hair is a little bit darker than the brow itself, it's going to help kind of bring it all together. And I really like when the brows look much more natural, not really filled in. So this is gonna give some like depth and definition. So here we go. And this is number 5 in the Gimme Brow. So you guys can see just this small difference that helped with. So the final step is concealer. I always use concealer, you guys, to shape out my brows. It's something that I personally like to do. If you like your brows a little bit more natural, not perfectly like shaped, which is totally fine. Sometimes I do my brows that way, but I at the very least like to use my Tarte Shape Tape in light medium just to kind of shape right underneath the brow. And I have this super, super, super flat brush. You can see how flat it is. Something that's really awesome too is if you're not like super precise with your brows, like if you feel like you're having trouble getting that like preciseness with your brows, you can actually do the concealer first to shape out your brow to kind of help you have like a little guide on how you want to fill your brow in. Alright guys, so these are the brows all finished. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my face, and I'm going to come back and show you the entire final look all together. Alright guys, so here is the full final look with the DIY, the DIY microbladed brows. What do you guys think? Would you guys rock these brows? Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this faux DIY microblading at home. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you would try this little technique out for your brows, comment down below and let me know if you would. If you've gotten your eyebrows microbladed or tattooed before, also let me know down below. Kudos to you, because pain is not my friend. But with all that being said, you guys, that's all I have for today. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to check the description for all the details, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram. And of course, as always, subscribe here. Check out my other videos right here. Love you guys.